And now we could see some from Sheep. He also has a good Leona, and he will decide to lock.
Team fights we're expecting.
So Coast,
Zenith played.
That was a nice little volley back and forth. There is the connect. Not even under the turret yet as well. Sheep gets it. That was a great stun from Kiwi Kid, though, and they trade the damage here for the win. In that situation, the win and possibly first blood. The summoner healed to boot on accident, but it works.
So Coast definitely not on the same page. Their bottom lane there. He already has mobility boots off of the first blood down bottom.
Of course he does. Good flash by Azingy. That could have been real scary with Kiwi Kid a little too far off. He's not going to...
A little bit more and zone him out. Ooh, so he has no idea Kiwi Kid's in here. Just because he missed the shurken.
Oh yeah,
Kiwi Kid cancels the recall because Chris thinks he's not in there.
Look at the smile on Kiwi Kid's face. That was cruel.
Yeah.
He knew it was going to happen. Oh. They take him down. Chris, no chance with the flash down.
That is just a great job of Kiwi Kid realizing that Chris got some bad info with his shuriken. Threw the charm out at the initial W spot. This time it was in a line, so it's easy to land that charm.
Oh, he's got blue. Can't yo-yo it in. Chris looks like he's using E in this situation. Throws down the slicing maelstrom and hits Chris. And Zingy's not going to pick up that kill. It's going to be the flame splitter from Gamsu. Doesn't want to go into the turret. He is overheating. What are you doing?
He wanted to kick him under the turret, but even if he had, would have been hard-pressed to pull off that kill.
Hence, try to get something out of the mid lane, but if it didn't work, they don't try to go on it too hard. Sheep, however, does want this. They think they can keep getting the kill. Azingy just on the outside. He has ultimate in just a few seconds if they want to continue, but it looks like Mash flashes and Valkyrie's away to safety after it takes Sheep down. So they're going to have to hit it.
Chris does have flash
everything land.
Backup, so
it's true. Ultimate as well. One harpoon. Oh, he gave away the flash, and that's going to be his death. He does have the lockdown.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Gamsu troll shifter throws down the equalizer on the way out.
Well, members of Dignitas headed their way, and Azingy, as we said, still has his ultimate, so he can force this.
Oh, Impaler gets hit hard. Still level 7 to the 8. Flame Spitter just on the outside. Gamsu flashes through. Remember, Equalizer is down, so this is all just the regular abilities to catch and continue the fight, and Kiwi Kid was just out of range for the next stun.
To end up getting the objective after 6-0 start.
Whoa, or not. Whoa, Sheep. Everybody from Coast going in hard. Chris can't get the ult off. Actually doesn't have the ult. Just goes in and gets stunned. They are able to take down Gamsu. That was a flurry of action. A little too long, you gotta worry about the strategy you're pulling. Again, solar flares up for Sheep. Get the flash out of Azingy. Every time he has it, he's gotta put it down. That's the charm. They go back onto ManCloud. He may be dusted out on this one. He goes out. Sheep's gonna get hit up by Gamsu as he pretty much 3v1s over on the top side of the river here. And then he's just gonna head back to lane to farm. Turret will be theirs. Dignitas only putting 3. No, actually, here comes 4. Shifter's going to be on the end. He can Spirit Rush into this fight. Activated there. Zingy dives in. Doesn't get much. They are able to get Annie, however.
They'll stop trying these aggressive plays, but this is how you get back in the game. Turret, kill into turret, into dragon to Annie. Yep. Both of these teams
Kiwi Kid's ready.
Have the ability to blow somebody up if they can.
Oh, Kiwi Kid's always ready. A nice dodge, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Azingy's there to say hello. Will he actually be able to get one on this? Oh, ManCloud. Nice. Very ManCloud. That's unfortunate.
I've done. But yeah, ManCloud did his best to try and escape. Not going to be able to pull it off this time around. And Chris, again, just gets bullied here. Nowhere for him to go. He's going to have to defensively flash.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Got him, almost. Oh, got the hot foot. Gamsu able to keep the heat on him, and he takes Chris down. Flash and ult. Teleport will be up. 30 seconds.
Finally, though, in exchange for Dragon, Coast were able to take down that turret for the bottom lane of Dignitas. Core JJ and Kiwi Kid. Now he's under a bit of pressure.
This could be good for... Nope, never mind. That's way too many people able to collapse at one time. So, there's one of the picks. That's pretty good.
Careful during this stage. As we said, you can get a little bit over-aggressive. Gamsu here overextends, and there it is.
You were saying...
One kill on the way back. This is a long path back. Dive into the Baron. Was there for a second.
As long as they can kite this fight, I don't think there's any way that Coast can actually do it. I was going to say because Gamsu has Rumble Ultimate, but Gamsu doesn't almost have his own life right now.
Azingy walked right by that ward. He had his Raptor buff.
Do a little extra damage in these fights. Looks like that may be quite soon. Whoa, doggy! All the way to ManCloud in the backline, a double distortion and flash. Azingy actually gets himself out alive. Nobody's died yet somehow. Finally, Chris goes down.
Who's got himself isolated though.
Whoa.
They actually have to be a little bit worried.
The team's running. How are Gamsu's dance moves? Not good enough. Impaler says he wants to dance as well. Core JJ, a new challenger approaches. Flashes right in.
What a crit. All right, so this whole time though,
Leona on the backside. These two can get over the wall if they find a target. Hopefully Impaler to follow the other. Kiwi Kid onto Matt, or rather, that was on a ManCloud. They take him down. Is it the steal? It goes to Impaler. He gets out. Will they be able to follow? That's, oh, the equalizer doesn't equalize much on that one. And it's going to be a 1 for Baron. Coast holding their breath, but they need to hold on too.
Yeah.
You have that banner, Commandy. That's going to help take this turret down. A lot of damage as well coming from the team. Chris, without that flash, like I said, it's hard to get into the fight. He gets hit up, but he's still offering a lot of crowd control, a lot of zone. That's the team picking up kills. Mash on 2. Dig is taking him down. Another one over to Chris now. They find the fight that they wanted when Dig was getting a little greedy.
Oh my goodness. Now behind them. They can even run back and boost up the speed. Mash Me is boosting up the speed of the entire line, but Chris gets 100%ed.
Bye-bye. Oh,
Dignitas sticks around.
That's close. That's going to be a true damage on the backside. Those are some shots. Another Sonic Wave to hit the ace. As Shifter thinks he can stay around to play. The greed consumes Dignitas once again.
Baron, the bane of Team Dignitas for many seasons. And Coast,
You just get it perfect?
he lands the Q, and they still continue going. Look, Azingy stopped damaging it, but the last boomerang blade there from Core JJ got it low enough for Impaler to jump in and steal it right now. But after number 4, need to at least leave some vision behind. Well, never mind, they're gonna rush right in.
They're gonna rush. We're gonna put the brakes on for now. Not just yet. Dragon, however, he still wants to fight. It does not look like.
Go back in it.
Chris smited that. Azingy missed it. Chris picks up the Dragon now. They're going to be able to move themselves up a little bit with that power, but is it enough to win the fight? Dignitas may still win the all-out 5v5 if Coast can't get the upper hand to start it. They got to be careful there. They lose Chris.
I feel so bad for Azingy right now.
There's definitely a bit of nerves.
Everyone is stealing from him. They're just
early
hanging
smite.
him upside down, dumping all his lunch money out of his pocket.
Oh.
Chris stole Dragon. Impaler steals Baron. What a rough day at the office. And then in the mid game, after all their outer turrets are down, playing much more safe. Ooh, let's see here. Looks like we have a kill. So there's a dead body there. We'll investigate soon what just went down.
We have our detectives on
We've got the chalk outline of Mandatory Cloud, but Shifter has fled the scene. Now he's on Baron.
Oh, there's still a chance for a 50-50 smite
Can he do it
here.
again?
There's
Two
still a
times?
chance. That's an early Sonic Wave ticking down. He's going to have to take it if he wants to get in. Popped, stopped, and locked down.
Baron
Impaler has no chance to smite. He himself gets smited down
wants it.
by Dignitas. That's going to be the lockdown from Shifter onto Baron. He picked up ManCloud. And 44 seconds on Impaler. We just saw him go down. ManCloud went down early, so he'll be back here. But it could be a Nexus turret. It could be a lot more if anybody gets caught in the fray. Chris dives into the fight. Zanya's cannot be used. He doesn't get it off, or it was on cooldown from last fight, rather. And they're going to be on the Nexus turrets now. Coast starts to drop in what was their comeback in a week of do or die. Dignitas looks to put the final moves on it. 50-50 on the clock. 20-10 on the kill score. And Dignitas takes down Coast. Wow. Wow, indeed. That was back and forth. A barn burner, if you will. But foot down, as they could have for quite a bit of time.
In the end, yeah, it was Shifter just
that
with
pop.
the solo kill.
That pop.
All by himself. Picks off ManCloud, 100-0. Forces another Baron and Impaler not able to pull off the steal this time around.
But that was the game, right? a game of what if it was my ward. They were placing a lot of wards all across the map, and the one time that Shifter's standing on the one is they didn't see place, the one they didn't clear out, right? That's what you wait for the entire game.